Really excited about last week and the way we played against Little Rock. I thought we showed some toughness. I thought we showed some resolve and came out the second half and had a nice little run to kind of move the game, toward victory. And just thought it was an overall good team performance. Thought we guarded very well. Little Rock's got a nice team. Daryl's done a great job of putting together some very talented guys, and they actually went home on Saturday and just beat the brakes off of Sam Houston, beat them about 25 points. And so we feel like that was a big win for us, and obviously we got them coming up again. But we got to go to Louisville first. Louisville is a very good basketball team, as you can imagine, and even with the turmoil they've gone through the last year, places like that, they really don't rebuild, they just reload. And they've already done a fantastic job of getting some grad transfers in there and getting some guys that maybe set the bench for them last year that have kind of come forward and become very good players. So we have our work cut out for us there. But, our approach in those games is to go and to play well. And you always want to try to win the game, and you want to give yourself a chance. They're difficult games, but what you want out of those more than anything is to play long stretches of good basketball. And if you do that, you're moving toward your goal, which is getting better. And I thought last week that was the biggest thing I took out of the Little Rock game. We got better last week. We got better in our practices. It showed in the game. Whether we all like it or not, the way we have to judge ourselves at UCA, men's and women's basketball especially, we're a one-bid league. Yeah, you're not going to get an at-large bid out of the Southland Conference. So everything you do needs to culminate on January 2nd when we play Corpus Christi. It doesn't mean we don't try to win. We want to win them all. But the big thing is you have got to be battle-tested. You've got to get better, and you've got to have your team right by the time conference rolls around. And those 18 games is kind of what determines kind of what happens. But to be honest with you, our season every year, as far as the NCAA tournament comes down to 3 games in March. That's the way it is. And what you hope is some year it might be 2 games in March that you get the bye in the first round. But in the meantime, we're going to try to play very good basketball, win as many games as we can. But our ultimate goal is to be Southland Conference champion and eventually get to the NCAA tournament. That's what we shoot for and we try for every single day. I'm happy the way with the team is kind of coming around, especially how guys are starting to assume their roles. We're playing well together. We've got a lot of good balance. And as Steve alluded to, DeAndre's been outstanding the last week and a half of basketball. He is really leading our team, and he's playing outstanding basketball. But we got some others that have done very well too. But I'm extremely pleased with DeAndre. So that's kind of where we're at for this week. And as Steve said, we have a very tough road to go through over the next 2 weeks. We'll play Wednesday, Saturday this week, then finals next week, and then we'll go on a 3-game road trip to end the semester before we come home and play Lions College on the 30th prior to going into Southland Conference play. So it's coming fast and furious. We're pleased where we're at to this point, especially having a good young team, and we're excited about that. I do want to update you on our 2 signees. Sometimes we forget that we got new players coming in. A young man named Colin Cooper that is from Fayetteville actually went to Springfield, Missouri, and played in a big tournament at Springfield Parkview. Fayetteville won that tournament. He was the MVP, and he played outstanding. He scored 23, 34, and 32 in 3 games. I was up there Friday. He was outstanding. He played really, really good, and I'm excited about getting him. He's about a 6'2", 6'3" guard that made 8 threes the night I was there, and so we're excited about him. And then Jonas Munson is a 7-footer. Maybe some of you didn't know we signed. He's from Alexandria, Virginia, right outside of Washington, D.C., and in his first game he had 19 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 block shots. And I think you'll like him. He moves well. A little bit like Hayden. He's a little bit thicker than Hayden coming in. Doesn't shoot it outside quite as well, but he's long. He's long reach, and we're excited that we were able to get him. And he came from kind of the same AAU program as Tanner Schmidt, so that's kind of how we got in on him. So that's an update on the two signees that'll be here in the summertime and that we'll have for the future.